everyone, welcome to our online lecture in Empowerment Technology. In this video, we're going to discuss what is a presentation tool and what are the different types and examples of presentation tools. But we're going to focus more on Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, its features, and what are the tips and tricks in creating effective PowerPoint presentation. To define presentation tools are materials used in presenting information to a large number of audiences. It helps in stressing the important points of the presentation and serves as a visual aid for the presenter. So here are some of the examples. We have blackboards, whiteboards and smartboards, overhead projectors, slide projectors, LCD, LED projectors, laptops, and desktops. So we have traditional presentation tool and we have modern presentation tools. So although presentation tools refer to the tangible devices or hardware, it may also refer to the different programs used in creating the presentation because presentation tools are interchangeably referred to the program and the hardwares. So to define presentation programs, these are programs used to make dynamic presentations. So a quality that is lacking in blackboards, overhead projectors, and slide projectors. So it is a software package used to display information in a form of a slideshow. So we have different examples of presentation programs. So we have Microsoft Office PowerPoint, Prezi, Apple Keynote, Google Slides, Hyperdeck, Canva, and many other examples or platforms for creating slide presentations or slideshows. So we're going to focus on Microsoft Office PowerPoint. So MS PowerPoint is a presentation program used for making slides that can be shown on computer screens. So it is a flexible presentation program with tools and features which allow the user to manipulate the elements within it so that the presentation may not be boring or stationary, so we can add dynamic features or dynamic features to our presentation. So here are the functions. So just like all the other presentation programs, Microsoft PowerPoint performs the following. So first, an editor that allows text to be inserted and formatted, a method for inserting and manipulating graphic images, a slideshow system to display the content. So these are the three main purpose of presentation programs such as the PowerPoint presentation. So some of the advanced features of Microsoft PowerPoint are the following. So first, the Slide Master. So Slide Master sets all the properties and attributes of all the slides currently in your presentation. So if you're familiar with the different layout you can see in your when you open PowerPoint presentation, Slide Master, you can create this layout in Slide Master and you can share this layout to other users as well. So later on we will have a demonstration on how to access and use the Slide Master feature of Microsoft PowerPoint. Second is the animation schemes. It helps in creating a dynamic presentation by adding emphasis, motion, entrance, and exit effects to an object, text, or images so that it would not be too boring. So if you need to emphasize something, you can add animation to it. If you would like something to enter or to appear, if you would like to add an entering effect or exit effect to a text or an object, you can use the animation schemes. Third is the action button, so it predefined hyperlink buttons. Fourth is the embedding, the act of placing objects within the presentation. And number 5, we have the hyperlink, so a reference to a hypertext document like web page that enables you to jump to that document or to jump from one slide to another slide. So hyperlink is a text or object that contains a link to another file, web page, a place in a document, a link to a new document, or an email address. So later on we will have a demonstration for these different features of Microsoft Office PowerPoint. So in evaluating a PowerPoint presentation, we are guided by the following. So first is to minimize. This tells us to keep the information and elements in each slide to a minimum. So you don't want to bombard your audience with a text-heavy presentation. So in one slide, only present key ideas, key information, and not the entire paragraph. Also, don't add too much elements such as images, too much animation, or too much information in one slide. So you can divide the information into as many slides as you want, but keep the information presented in one slide to a minimum, to key ideas. Second is clarity. This tells us to make our font readable. So in terms of the font style, the font size, and the color of your fonts. So you need to make use of font styles, typefaces that is readable whether your audience is at the front or at the back. The color of your fonts must be contrasting to the color of the background so that it would not hurt the eyes of the reader. So it should be clear to the audience. Third is the visual. So using graphics that attract, not distract the audience. So do not use too much, for example, too much animation, too much graphics, images that are not related in your presentation, in your topics that you're presenting. So use only minimal visual representations to your presentation. Next is consistency. So making your designs uniform. So dapat hindi pabago-bago yung design. So for example, ito yung ginamit mong font style, for example, Arial, and then itong for example, itong highlighted what do we call this? Highlighted term, ganito yung color na ginamit mo, orange for example, then lahat dapat dyan maging orange, and then lahat dapat itong content is Arial. And then if you use a background, for example, I use a terracotta background for example, then in the next slide I can still use the same color. Do not change the style of your slide frequently because it is distracting to your audiences. So let's say for example in this slide I use this color scheme related to the color scheme of the PowerPoint. Then throughout the slide I make use of this layout and design. So last is the contrast. So using light font on dark background or vice versa. So kapag ang background ko ay for example white, I can use darker colors. So for example, orange, dark orange, or black, or any other colors that is that contrast white. So later on, we will have some examples on what are the colors that you can use in to achieve contrast in your presentation. Okay, so that would be all in this presentations. In our next video, I'm going to show you the demonstration of some of the advanced features of Microsoft PowerPoint.